Hi, I'm Eric with Try Not to Break Anything, and today we're going to talk about the X1 Carbon and how this thing, when it prints, shakes like crazy. So, whenever this machine's printing, I've noticed, especially with this printer, how much my table shakes, and it actually affects my other 3D printer, the Voron 2.4 that I've got, from being able to get an actual bed leveling when it's using the Voron tab, because of how much the table actually shakes while this thing's printing. So in order to fix that today, I went ahead and purchased the Bambu anti-vibration feet for the 3D printer. And I'm going to show you guys how to remove the old feet and install the new feet on your Bambu X1 Carbon and P1P. First, I wanted to show you guys the anti-vibration feet. At the time of this video, I purchased these from Bambu Lab for $10. And Bambu Lab sent me 8 of these feet. So it's nice that they gave you extra, but in a second you're going to see why I don't really like these anti-vibration feet during the installation process. The first thing you're going to want to do is obviously turn off your printer. Once your printer's turned off, make sure, especially if you have the X1, to remove the glass roof or ceiling from it so you don't drop it when you turn this thing over. Next, you're going to want to lean it on its back or its side. In this case, I'm going to lean it on its side. So I can access it from the bottom. So this is a pretty cool view. If you've never seen the bottom of the Bambu X1 Carbon, you can see you've got some gears, you've got the belt system here, and these are all used to raise and lower the hotbed. As you can see, we've got 4 different rubber feet, as so. And I was a little surprised to discover this, considering the way that these anti-vibration feet look. These are just taped on. So I guess there's some double-sided tape that they have, and you just remove it by pulling it out. Once the feet are removed, you have 2 options. The first option is you can just take the anti-vibration feet and stick it inside. As so. And just call it a day. Option 2 is, if you don't like the fact that they're just being held on simply by friction, you could theoretically get some high strength double-sided sticky tape and throw a little square on the end here and then go ahead and stick it on there so that they don't fall out. I am going to take the riskier approach and just leave them in as so. I'll be honest, I was expecting something a little bit more secure. They obviously had the space to put maybe this side a little bit closed up or a smaller circle here, and maybe an option to put in a screw here to kind of secure these inside, but as you can see, these things don't come with that. All right, with all the feet on there now, the best thing to do is not tilt it over, but instead what you're going to want to do is pick the whole thing up carefully and put it straight down onto the table. There you go. Let me show you why you want to lift it up and put it straight down on the table. As you can see, this particular foot is very flexible. In fact, the anti-vibration feet for the X1 Carbon and the P1P, they compress significantly. So much so that if you were to move it, look how much this thing moves now. So you're definitely going to get a lot of vibration absorption by these feet, but at the cost of having a very shaky 3D printer on top of your table. Of course, when you get it back right side up, go ahead and take the glass top for it, or roof, or whatever you want to call it, put it back on top, and you're good to go. So I want to know what you guys think. Those of you that have the X1 Carbon, are you experiencing the same kind of issue that I'm having, where the X1 Carbon shakes a whole lot while it's printing, especially while it's printing? And are you doing anything about it? Have you considered buying the anti-vibration feet? I've been using the anti-vibration feet for a couple days now, and I gotta admit, I like them a lot. The only downside is that I think that they could have done more to help secure the anti-vibration feet to the actual printer itself, because I can see myself and definitely other people losing these anti-vibration feet simply by moving it or trying to slide the printer somewhere else. Going forward, I know that if I have these anti-vibration feet on, I'm going to want to lift up my printer and then set it down exactly where I want it, so that way I don't lose the feet. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you learned anything from this, give it a thumbs up. If you know anybody who's got an X1 Carbon that's just shaking a whole bunch, send them this video and tell them that the anti-vibration feet might actually be a good deal for them. Thanks. See you on the next one.